think at that point, at this point we've been through a lot of these games, and we're able to handle that stuff pretty well. But the crowd was great. I think just the never give up mentality. Certainly, from my end, I wish I had some pitches back or done a few things a little bit differently. But it's too late for that. But I think when we started chipping away and coming back, it was kind of felt like that's what this team does. And I think that certainly it's just pretty impressive. Nobody gave up. Everybody was fighting like hell, and just unfortunately didn't quite get there. I don't think so. I mean, I felt pretty good. I felt like I felt like my command was there, my fastball velocity was there, and didn't necessarily spin it as well as I wanted to today. But that's something you got to work around. That happens in May. I don't think there's any excuses about this time of year. It's pretty easy to get up for these games. It was a real blessing to end up over here and be with these guys and be with this team and this this staff and just organization in general. But it's going to take a while. It's it's going to hurt for a while. It's incredible. What a swing, what an at bat, and just what Dyer did, what everybody did at the end of the game was just I think it exemplifies this team, and it's just unfortunate we didn't quite have enough. And you tip your cap to them. They're a really good team. They're the world champions. But it's I think people that watch this game saw that it's not it is 25 guys that can contribute and help us win games, and we just made it so close.